Hi, I'm Elizabeth.
And I'm Cody.
And this is Keeping Score Board Game Reviews. And today we're going to be reviewing Sand Art from 25th Century Games.
Sand Art is it's kind of like a... No, dog. Don't mind our puppy. Sand Art is kind of like a roll and write. There's no actual rolling, though. What did they say it was called? A shake and write, dear? Is that what the terminology?
A fill and write.
A fill and write. Yeah, that's the terminology they used for it. It works pretty much the same way, though. So you're each given these sheets at the beginning of the game. Now,
with an empty bottle.
With an empty bottle. Now, that empty bottle can be filled up in a lot of different ways, but how you're going to fill it is going to mostly be contained by what your scorecards are up here. So, first finished means the first to fill a bottle.
Then you also have the goals of getting extra points by creating these shapes. And depending on if you're using primary colors or secondary colors, you're going to get different amount of points for it.
Now, secondary colors are formed by using a mix action, where you're going to mix one of the three primary colors with another one to get one of your secondary colors. There are 6 colors available: red, blue, and yellow for your primary, and then green, orange, and what's the other one? Purple? Green, orange, and purple for your secondary colors. We have 2 completed sheets here that we played. Let me see who won. Oh, yeah, no, Elizabeth won.
All right, so let me see this.
Go ahead.
All right, so what you're doing is your little hand here, he has a thumb, and he moves in the direction, and you can move anywhere in that direction. So you can come along and say, I want to get 5 scoops of red. So you get 5 scoops of red sand, and you fill in, or you make a cross on 5 spots on your red bottles. Then when you actually go to pour it, at which point you have to use a funnel, you color those in so that way they've been used. And that's how you end up filling up your bottle. And once somebody fills it to the top, then everybody else has a turn to hope they can also fill their bottle.
Now, when you do move your hand, you also have to flip it over once you've done taking that action. So you'll move it and flip it. And that's how you determine which way you can go on this track to get actions.
Now, some of them, there's a shake the bottle, at which point, let's see, if I had this purple filled, I could shake the bottle and then fill up this one to the side. You can't go filling something clear up here at the top. You have to actually fill it as if it was being poured into a bottle.
Which means if there's not sand to support what you're filling, you can't fill that slot.
Yeah. There's also layer points where you get 5 points if you get these color in that order, whether it's on this side or on that side of the bottle.
And you can stack multiple layer cards to score on the same areas of the bottle if you can pull that off. It's really hard to do, but you can do it if you're good, and I'm not good.
Yeah, so the difference in our scores were 76 and, well, I don't know that I won.
According to this, didn't win.
According to this, you won.
Yeah, I did.
I think he got 96. It's kind of hard to tell with his handwriting.
Yeah.
But we had the pirate, the fish, and the
number
2 out as our challenge cards.
And I did all of them with secondary colors. So that's
and as you reach different places on your bottle, you're either given an extra scoop. I think you get an extra move on this one, or you can move in any direction. It gives you special abilities.
Yep, you earn special abilities the higher you get. Now, my son played with us as well, and I don't have his sheet for whatever reason, but he did fill his bottle first. He didn't score almost anything else, but he filled his bottle first and got the 5 points. And when one person fills the bottle, that signals the end of the game.
There's also dots on each little section, and that tells you how many scoops you need to fill each one. So like some of them are 2, some of them are 1. So if you have like 10 greens over here, you can technically fill 10 green dots in here, as long as it's filling as if you're pouring a bottle of sand.
Actually, when I think about it, that move would have been illegal.
Well, I'm sorry that I made an illegal move. I didn't win anyway, so.
I'm just messing with you, dear. We had a lot of fun with this, and it's a game that's probably going to come with us when we go to game nights fairly often, simply because it's not difficult to teach, and it is a lot of fun, and it does give you a nice visual flair on the table. especially when people start coloring their bottles just to look cool, because it really does look neat. And I think, what you'd say, Oliver's 11 and he played it pretty well, right? It says ages 10 plus. That's probably fairly accurate on the box. Yeah, we played it in under an hour. So the time on the box is, 25 to 45 minutes. And I'd say they're fairly spot on with that. Most games, lots of games, tend to say like a time, and usually it's probably not that way unless you've played it, 7 or 8 times. This one, in the first 2 or 3 times we played it, hit that mark every time.
Yep, and I mean, you get a pretty good sized pad of these papers. Oh, yeah. Right now the game is retailing for $39.99. There's no expansions. We do have an extra card because when we bought it at Gen Con, we got a promo card with it. My guess is that if somebody plays this and plays this only, my guess is there's going to be refills probably available for the game. I
haven't checked to see if they actually have them available yet.
But probably they will, because it makes sense.
I would say a pad of paper like this, a refill would make sense from 25th Century. Most games that have written pads like this do sell refills. So what did you think of it overall, dear? I mean, what kind of score would you give this?
Excuse me. So I was the one that chose to get this one at Gen Con because I thought it looked really interesting and it fed my creative side. It also didn't have any miniatures that you had to paint, so I kind of liked that as well.
She's not wrong there.
It was compact and in a small box. It's heavy because that pad of paper is pretty heavy. But I like the creativity of the game. So I'd give it probably an 8.5.
Yeah, I'd say an 8. And I really, the components are nice. These colored pencils are great for being generic colored pencils.
They do give you a sharpener too.
There is a sharpener in the box, which I thought was great. I haven't seen one of these since, high school or whatever, but that's great. They give you, nice wooden pieces for your player pieces. The cards are on decent stock. Yeah, I can't complain at all. Overall, it's a very good package, especially for the price. Anything else to add about it, dear? Anything that struck you as interesting compared to other roll and writes or things like that?
I like the aspect of coloring in the bottle. I mean, it can be kind of soothing until you screw up, and like I did here, and you have one single red section, which wasn't what I was going for in my designs. So you've got to really kind of think out how you're going to lay out like the fish and the 2 and the pirate.
And also, if you're going to try to get these cards on the side, because...
So there's a lot of strategy actually to it when you start playing it, but you'll always probably have that one chaotic friend that just fills the bottle first.
Oh, there absolutely is time in this game for utter chaos, depending on who you're playing with. But it was a great time. Thank you for joining us today, and have a wonderful evening.